also now. So it is actually 7:37, 7 minutes over already. Okay, I'm starting the class. So please come prepared to the class. If you have missed the classes, please, they are recorded, so you can see the recorded lectures. Come prepared to the class. Okay. Okay. Now 7:38. Okay. So today we are going to learn about pole and polar. Okay. Pole and polar. Actually, this concept is not there in the IIT syllabus, but knowing this is very useful to us in solving certain IIT, JEE problems very easily. So it is better to know these concepts, even though they are not in syllabus. So they will help us in getting answers for some questions easily. Okay. So what is the concept of pole and polar? So suppose S is equal to 0 is a circle. Px1, y1 is a point on the circle. Then what is S1 is equal to 0? S1 is equal to 0 is the equation of the tangent to the circle at that point. It is tangent. It is tangent to the circle. S is equal to 0 at the point x1, y1. Okay. Now, suppose S is equal to 0 is a circle and Px1, y1 is a point outside the circle. Then we can write S1 equal to 0. For outside point also we can write S1 equal to 0. But it is not this tangent. S1 equal to 0 is not this tangent, not this tangent, but what? S1 equal to 0. It is the chord of contact. These two tangents touch the circle at A and B. Then the chord of contact is S1 equal to 0. This we have proved already. So if the point is on the circle, S1 equal to 0 is the tangent. If the point is outside the circle, then S1 equal to 0 is the chord of contact. Now the question is, if the point is inside the circle, what is S1 is equal to 0? That is the question. So I will remove this. So I am drawing a new circle here. S equal to 0. Px1, y1 is a point inside the circle. So we can write S1 equal to 0 for inside circle also. So nobody can prevent us from writing the equation S1 equal to 0. S1 equal to 0 means xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1. Like that you can always write for any point. Plus f into y plus y1 plus c is equal to 0. For the inside point also, you will get a straight line. This is a linear equation in x and y, so you will get a straight line. What is this straight line for the point inside the circle? It is not the tangent at the point P, because point P is not on the circle. If the point P is on the circle, then only tangent at P. Is it the chord of contact? Chord of contact means you have to draw two tangents from the point P, join the points of contact. But here point A being inside the circle, you cannot draw any tangents. So it is not chord of contact also. But then what is it? The answer is, it is this line S1 equal to 0 is the polar of the point. Polar of the point x1 comma y1. S1 equal to 0 for inside point is polar of the point x1 comma y1. So polar means what? We are going to give the definition now. What is meant by polar? not only for a point inside the circle S1 equal to 0 is polar, whether the point is, if the point is outside the circle, x1, y1 is outside the circle, then its polar is S1 equal to 0. If the point is on the circle, then its polar is S1 equal to 0. If the point is inside the circle also, its polar is S1 equal to 0. Then what is the definition of polar? So that I am going to explain now. Polar. So I remove this. So let us consider three cases. Circle. First case. Second case, circle. Third case, circle. Everywhere the circle is S equal to 0 only. First case, second case, third case. First case, point is inside the circle. Point is outside the circle. Point is on the circle. Every point, whether it is inside the circle or outside the circle or on the circle, it will have what is called polar with respect to the circle. Of course, there is only one exception. One point will not have any polar. That is the center of the circle. That is the only exception. Center has no polar with respect to the circle. Why it has not polar? What is the definition of polar? I have not yet explained. So I am explaining now. Let us take the first case. P is inside the circle. Whatever it is, whether inside or outside, to find the polar, what you have to do is draw a line through P intersecting the circle in 2 points. At the 2 points of intersection, draw 2 tangents to the circle. Suppose they intersect at a point Q. Then the locus of Q, the point Q is a straight line called the polar of P. Locus of means, like this you have to draw several lines. See, through the point P we have drawn a line intersecting the circle at A and B. At A and B we have drawn tangents. Draw another line intersecting the circle at another points A and B. There you draw again 2 tangents. You will get another Q. Through the point P you draw another chord AB. At A and B you draw 2 tangents. They will intersect at another point Q, another point Q. You will get another point Q, their point of intersection. Like this, all these Q's will lie in a straight line. That is, the locus of the points Q is a straight line. And that straight line is called the polar of the point P. And if the circle is S equal to 0 and the point is x1, y1, the polar is given by the formula S1 is equal to 0. Polar is S1 equal to 0. Whether the point is inside or outside or anywhere, the polar of the point is always S1 is equal to 0. Okay? So, now, I will remove this diagram, first diagram, and again afresh I will draw it. Okay. This is point inside. Okay. So circle S is equal to 0. Point can be anywhere. Definition of polar is, so what we are doing? Through P, to find the polar, what we are doing? Through P we are drawing a line intersecting the circle at A and B. At A and B we are drawing tangents. Their point of intersection is Q. Then the locus of Q is a straight line. called polar of P. And if the circle is S equal to 0 and the point is x1, y1, then the polar's equation is S1 equal to 0. So we can define the polar like this. The locus of the point of intersection of tangents drawn at the extremities of the chords of the circle. The locus of the point of intersection of tangents drawn at the extremities of the chords of the circle S is equal to 0, passing through the point P x1 y1. Chords passing through the point P x1 y1. Again, the locus of the point of intersection of tangents drawn at the extremities of the chords of the circle S is equal to 0. The locus of the point of intersection of tangents drawn at the extremities of the chords of the circle S is equal to 0, which pass through the point P, is a straight line called the polar of P. Its equation is S1 is equal to 0. Okay. Right. Now, second case, P is outside. P is outside. What is the chord of contact of P? S1 is equal to 0. Already I have told you. So, chord of contact, how to construct it? From P, I have to draw a tangent touching the circle at A. Another tangent touching the circle at B. Join the points of contact and produce both sides up to infinity. This is called chord of contact of P with respect to the circle. Its equation is S1 is equal to 0. What is the polar of the point P with respect to the circle S is equal to 0? It is also S1 equal to 0. Means what? Means the chord of contact itself is the polar. That's all. That is the meaning. But polar definition is different. So what is the definition of P? We have seen in the first case. If you want the polar of P, you have to draw a line through P, intersecting the circle at 2 points. At these 2 points, you have to draw 2 tangents. You have to draw one tangent, another tangent. They will intersect at a point. The locus of that point is a straight line called the polar of P. These 2 tangents will intersect definitely on the chord of contact only. So therefore, similarly, if you draw another line, intersecting the circle at 2 points, and at these 2 points you draw 2 tangents, these two tangents also will intersect on the chord of contact only. Like this, all these Q's lie on the chord of contact only. Therefore, the polar and the chord of contact are one and the same line. Even though their definitions are different, they are one and the same line only. That is why their equation is S1 equal to 0. For an outside point, chord of contact and polar are same, and their equation is S1 equal to 0. Okay, third case, let us see. Third case, I will draw the diagram still farther away because it is coming nearer to the second diagram. So somewhere here I draw it. This is S equal to 0. Now this is Px1 y1 on the circle now. If Px1 y1 is on the circle, then what is the tangent at P? S1 is equal to 0. What is the polar of P? Polar of P is also S1 equal to 0. Whether the point is inside or outside anywhere, polar is always S1 equal to 0. So tangent is S1 equal to 0, polar of P is also S1 equal to 0 means what? Means the tangent itself is the polar. That is the meaning. How the tangent itself is polar? Let us see. So what is the definition of the polar of P? If you want the polar of P, what you have to do? Through P you have to draw a line intersecting the circle at 2 points, out of which one point will be P only. At these 2 points you have to draw 2 tangents. At P already tangent is drawn, this one. At another point you draw the tangent. They are intersecting at Q. So where is Q? On a tangent only. So through P you draw another line intersecting the circle at 2 points. One point is this one, other point is P only. At these 2 points you have to draw 2 tangents. At P this is the tangent. At this point this is the tangent. They are intersecting at Q. Like this, all these Q's will lie on the tangent at P only. So the locus of Q coincides with the tangent at P. Therefore the polar of the point P and the tangent at P are one and the same line. It is S1 equal to 0. Okay. Again, I'll remove all these things. So I'll give the gist. Main points what we have learned today, I am going to give the gist. Okay. Now let us see why the center has no polar. Except center, every point has polar, I told you. Why the center has no polar? Because of this. Suppose this is the center of the circle. S is equal to 0. Center of course minus G minus F. I want to find the polar. What should you do? S equal to 0 means x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Okay. Center is minus G minus F. So what is the definition of polar? If I want the polar of a point, what should I do? I should draw a line through that point intersecting the circle at 2 points. Through the center, if I draw a line, then it is called a diameter of the circle. So therefore A and B are endpoints of the diameter. At these 2 points I have to draw 2 tangents, which are going to be parallel, because the tangents at the endpoints of diameter are parallel. Their point of intersection is Q and the locus of Q is polar. But here these two are parallel and there is no point of intersection. Draw another line through C. It will intersect the circle at 2 more points. They are also endpoints of diameter. Draw tangents there. They will also not intersect. They will be parallel only. So there is no Q at all. The point of intersection of the tangents is the locus of the point of intersection of tangents is the polar, is it not? But here there are no points of intersection. Tangents are parallel. That is why the center has no polar. That is the reason. Suppose center is minus G minus F. Polar equation is S1 equal to 0. So this is our S, x square plus y square. Center is minus G minus F means x1, y1 is, in this case is minus G minus F. Let us write S1 equal to 0 and see what happens. X1 plus y1 plus G into x plus x1 plus F into y plus y1 plus C. This is S1 is equal to 0. That is the polar, is it not? This is polar. But here, as x1, y1, the point is minus G minus F. So, in place of x1, so first let us simplify this. Xx1 plus gx. So, x1 plus g into x. Here y1 plus fy. So, f plus y1 into y. Remaining quantity is gx1 here, fy1 here, c here. This is the equation. In this, let us put x1 is equal to minus g and y1 is equal to minus f. x1 is equal to minus g. So, this part is gone. y1 is equal to minus f here. So, this part is also gone. What is remaining? x1 is minus g, so minus g square. y1 is minus f square plus c is equal to 0. You are not getting the equation of a straight line. You are getting something meaningless, is it not? G square plus f square minus c is radius square actually. This is just negative of, so minus r square is equal to 0 we got. which is meaningless. It is not a straight line. So therefore the center has no polar. So you understood why the center has no polar? Even if you write S1 equal to 0 also, you are getting a meaningless equation. So polar is not defined for the center of the circle. Okay, let us see. All right. So again, coming to the gist of the discussion, three cases. All right. Suppose if the point is outside. The circle. Then for a point outside the circle, the chord of contact and polar are one and the same line, and their equation is S1 equal to 0. So chord of contact means you draw two tangents touching the circle at 2 points, join the points of contact. This is what? Chord of contact of P as well as polar of P. Chord of contact of P. It is also polar of P, because their definitions are different, and its equation is S1 equal to 0. See, for this point x1, y1, this line is polar. For this line, this point is pole. See, pole and polar. For this point, this line is polar. And for this line, this point is pole. It is just like son-in-law and father-in-law relation. If A and B are, A is the son-in-law of B, then B is the father-in-law of A. See, for this point, that line is polar. And for that line, this point is called pole. Okay. This is when the point is outside. Suppose the point is on the circle. Then the tangent at P and polar of P, also polar of P, are same, both are same. Tangent at P itself is polar of P. Its equation is S1 is equal to 0. Okay. So for this point P, this line is polar. For this line, this point is pole. Suppose for a circle a tangent is given, touching the circle at a point. So what is the pole of that line? If a line is just touching a circle, the pole of that line is nothing but the point of contact. Because for this point, this line is polar. And for this line, that point is pole. So point of contact is pole. Okay. Next. This is the circle S equal to 0. Point P is inside the circle. Here there is no tangent at P, because the point P is inside. There is no chord of contact of P also, but polar is defined, and polar will be a line far away from the circle, not at all meeting the circle. Its equation is S1 equal to 0. Again, once again I repeat, three cases: circle, first case, second case, third case. See, circle S equal to 0. Every point has a polar with respect to the circle, except of course the center of the circle. Okay. Now, if the point is outside the circle, chord of contact is polar. Therefore, the polar meets the circle in 2 points. If the point P is on the circle, then the tangent itself is polar. Therefore, polar meets the circle at only 1 point. If the point P is inside the circle, the polar will not meet the circle. It will be completely away from the circle. Understood? If the point is outside, polar meets the circle in 2 points because it is the chord of contact. If the point P is on the circle, then the polar meets the circle at only 1 point because tangent itself is polar. If the point is inside the circle, then the polar will be away from the circle. Of course, here there is a question. We are just saying that polar is away from the circle. Away from the circle, how far away? In what direction? In this direction or in this direction, or how far away? How many miles away? How many meters away? In what direction? With respect to the circle and the point. Point is there. With respect to the circle and the point, in what direction? So that will be specified by another theorem. There is a theorem which will exactly locate the polar of the point. At what distance, in what direction, that will be fixed. Okay. So, but for the present, you can take it like this. If the point is, first case, if the point is outside the circle, because the chord of contact is the polar, polar meets the circle in 2 points. If the point P is on the circle, because the tangent is the polar meets the circle at only 1 point. If the point is inside the circle, then the polar will not meet the circle, it will be away from the circle. Okay, right. So every point has a polar except the center. Similarly, every line has a pole. Every point has a polar with respect to the circle. Okay. Similarly, every line has a pole with respect to the circle, and there are 3 different types of lines. Suppose a circle is there. There are different types of lines. Lines intersecting the circle in 2 points. Lines just touching the circle at 1 point. Lines completely away from the circle. 3 types of lines are there. All these lines will have poles. So see, in this diagram you see, for this point this is polar, is it not? Chord of contact is polar, and for this line this point is pole. So how do you locate the pole of this line intersecting? At the point of intersection, you draw 2 tangents, their point of intersection is the pole. That is what you can say from this diagram. Is it not? These are tangents. At A and B, these are tangents. Intersection point is pole. Is it not? So if a line intersects a circle, at the points of intersection, if you draw 2 tangents, their point of intersection is its pole. But of course, in intersecting lines, some lines have no poles. What are they? They are the diameters of the circle. Diameter also intersects the circle in 2 points, but at the end points, if you draw tangents, they will be parallel, they will not intersect, so there is no pole. So for diameters, there are no poles. For centers, there are no polars, and for the diameters, there are no poles. So diameters come under this category. Which category? Lines intersecting the circle in 2 points. So all lines intersecting the circle in 2 points will have poles except the diameters. Now, a line touches a circle. Here, second case. This is second type of line. Line just touching the circle. Then what is the pole? The point of contact itself is pole from this diagram. This is the pole. For that, this is the polar tangent. So for the tangent, point of contact is the pole. Now, third case. Line is completely away from the circle. Where is the pole? It will be located somewhere inside the circle. So how is it located? Can we exactly locate it? We are just saying that it is located inside the circle. But can we exactly locate it inside the circle? Yes, we can do it by using another theorem which we will see later. Okay. So if the point is inside the circle in this, as in this diagram, the polar will be away from the circle. We can draw it exactly how far away, in what direction is specified by a theorem. Similarly, if a line is in this diagram, if a line is away from the circle, the pole will be inside the circle. Where is it exactly located? That also will be fixed by the theorem. Okay, understood? So let us go forward. Right. So I'll give you the exact location. This is, let us take for a simplicity, let us take the baby circle. X square plus y square is equal to r square. Center is C, let us see, but it is 0, 0 only. Center C 0, 0. Suppose point P is x1, y1 inside. It is inside the circle means here S is, according to our notation, it is x square plus y square minus r square. Okay. What is S11 for this point x1, y1? x1 square plus y1 square minus r square. I am saying that this point is inside the circle. Therefore, S11 will be less than 0. This is less than 0. Now, we are saying that the polar is away from the circle, but how far away, in what direction? I will be fixed like this. Join the center C to the point P and produce it in only one direction. That means consider this ray CP. Join the center of the circle to the point P and produce it only one side. Don't produce it to the other side. So on this ray, you take a point Q such that Cp into Cq is equal to r square, where r is the radius of the circle, of course. See, P is inside the circle, so Cp will be less than r or more than r? Cp will be less than r. This part will be less than r. So therefore, Cp, for Cp into Cq to be equal to r square, if one factor is less than r, other factor must be more than r, so that their product is r square. So Cq will be more than r and Q will be outside the circle because it is more than r. So locate a point Q such that Cp into Cq is equal to r square. There you draw the perpendicular line. This is the polar of P. This is the polar of perpendicular line, 90 degrees. Polar of P, x1, y1. So this is the Cp into Cq is equal to r square. So far away. How far away I have asked? It will be away from the circle, but how far away? How far away? So far away such that Cp into Cq is equal to r square. And also in what direction? Perpendicular to Cp. That is the direction. So that means this is the polar of P means what? What is the actual definition of polar? I will use another color. For this point, if I want polar, what should I do? Through that point, I have to draw a line intersecting the circle in 2 points. Okay, at these 2 points, you have to draw 2 tangents. So those 2 tangents will meet exactly on this line only. So the locus of Q is this line only. This is what happens. You take another line through P. At the end points of this chord, you draw 2 tangents. they will intersect exactly on this line only. So the locus of Q is this line, that is S1 equal to 0. Understood? So I'll remove these colored lines now. Okay. So the polar will be, so let us prove this first. See, polar of the point P is what? S1 equal to 0. Of course, I have not proved it. Polar is S1 equal to 0. I have not proved it. I will prove it. Okay. Polar, prove it later. Polar of the point is S1 equal to 0. So what is S1 equal to 0 for this point P with respect to the baby circle? Xx1 plus Yy1 minus R square is equal to 0. That is the polar. So that is the equation. Okay. Okay, this is a Xx1 plus Yy1 minus R square is equal to 0. So I said CP and polar are perpendicular. Here I said it is 90 degrees. Let us see what is the slope of CP. Slope of CP 0 0 x1 by 1. What is the slope? Difference of y coordinates by difference of y1 by x1. What is the slope of this line? Polar xx1 plus yy1 minus r square is equal to 0. That is polar of P. Slope is minus x1 by y1. So are these perpendicular slopes or not? Y1 by x1 minus x perpendicular slopes. So that means this angle is 90 degrees. I have proved it. Okay. So what is CQ? Let me, CP into CQ is equal to R square. Let us see. What is CQ? CQ is nothing but distance from the origin to this line. Xx1 plus Yy1 minus R square is equal to 0. Perpendicular line. Okay. What is CQ? From origin to any line, distance is mod C by mod of minus R square by root of x1 square plus y1 square. So mod of minus R square is R square by root of x1 square plus y1 square is what? Is it not CP? In the diagram you see, distance between origin and x1, y1, what is the distance? Root of x1 square, so it is nothing but CP. Root of x1 square plus y1 square is CP. So denominator I can write CP. So CQ is equal to R square by CP. Cross multiplying you get what? CP into CQ is equal to R square. So that is what I said. So Q will be at such a distance that CP into CQ is equal to R square. C is fixed point, P is also fixed point, but Q we can locate by using this property CP into CQ is equal to R square. And also we have shown that this line is perpendicular to this. So I think we have proved it. It's exact location of the polar of inside point. But the question is, why we are not producing this side? This side there will be another point Q here, such that CP into CQ is equal to R square. That side also one point will be there. CP into CQ is equal to R square. Why not there? No, it is not there. Because polar S1 equal to 0, this is the equation. Through the origin, you draw a line parallel to S1 equal to 0. What is the equation? Parallel to this line. Xx1 plus Yy1 passing through origin is 0. Okay. Through this point x1, y1, you draw the line, parallel line. So xx1 plus yy1 is equal to some constant k. Constant k can be obtained by putting the point x1, y1. So x1 square plus y1 square. So these are three parallel lines. See, what is the constant here? 0. What is the constant? x1 square plus y1 square. What is the constant here? If you write this line as xx1 plus yy1 is equal to r square. Constants are taken to the right side in all the cases. So here r square. Here the constant is r square. Are they not increasing order? Because here you see s11 is less than 0. So x1 square plus y1 square is less than r square. So first constant is 0. Next constant is x1 square plus y1 square. Next constant is r square. And we know that x1 square plus y1 square is less than r square. So 0 is less than x1 square plus y1 square less than r square. That fixes the order of the parallel lines. If 3 or more parallel lines are there, how do you fix the order? Suppose this is one line, this is another line, this is another line. Suppose this is 2x plus 3y plus 1. This is 2x plus 3y plus 5. So constant has increased. So it has to increase further if you go forward. 2x plus 3y plus 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. It cannot be 3 or 2 like that. So then it is wrong. So order is not there. So here we can see the order. Constant is 0 here right side. Here x1 square plus y1 square. Next constant is r square more than x1 square plus y1 square. So therefore this polar must be on this side only, not on this side. Okay. So this way, for an inside point, the polar is exactly located. Its direction and its how far away it is from the circle, that is decided by these two quantities. Cp into these two conditions. Cp into Cq is equal to r square, and polar is perpendicular to Cp. These two will decide the direction and how far away the polar is from the center of the circle. Okay. Polar equation S1 equal to 0, we have not proved it. Let us prove this. So this is the circle S equal to 0. Point P. And this point P can be any point except the center of the circle. It can be inside or outside or on the circle, anywhere, but not the center of the circle, because center has no polar. Okay. What is the definition of polar? If you want the polar of P, what you have to do? You have to draw a line through P, intersecting the circle at A and B. At A and B, we have to draw two tangents. Their point of intersection, its locus. So let it be x0, y0. So we have to find the locus of Q. So locus of Q, we have to find it, and it is nothing but the polar of P. That is the definition. Locus of Q is polar of P. How to find the locus? Now, Q is outside the circle, because it is the point of intersection of two tangents to the circle. It is outside the circle. From there, QA and QB are what? Tangents. And points of contact are A and B, and we are joining A and B. Therefore, AB, is it not the chord of contact of Q? Chord of contact of Q with respect to the circle. Q is x0, y0. Therefore, actually, if Q is x1, y1, then the chord of contact is S1 equal to 0. Because Q is x0, y0, chord of contact is S0 is equal to 0. What is S0? XX0 plus YY0 plus G into X plus 0, X plus X0, sorry, XX0 plus YY0 plus G into X plus X0 plus F into Y plus Y0 plus C. that is the chord of contact, is equal to 0. But it passes through which point? This chord of contact is passing through x1 by 1. So we'll substitute x1 here, x1, y1 I am substituting. Okay. So of course it is nothing but S10. S10. So this is the condition we have obtained. To find the locus of Q, what we have to do here? In place of x0, y0, we have to put xy. If you want the locus of x0, y0, replace x0, y0 by xy. That's all. That means you have to just remove the suffix 0. So you will get x1, x. 0 we have to remove. y1, y plus g into x1 plus x plus f into y1 plus y. Locus of x0, y0. So suffix not just we have to remove. Is it not s1 equal to 0? S. xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c. Therefore, the locus of Q is s1 equal to 0. So that is why it is polar of P. So polar of P, we have proved it. Okay. Let us go. Polar of P is s1 equal to 0. We have proved it. Let us go forward. See, if the point C is the center of the circle, P is the point. How do you locate the polar? Actual location, CP we have to join and produce it to one side only. That is, this is the ray CP. Don't produce it to other side. On this ray we have to take what point? A point Q. In what? In such a way that what? Cp into Cq is equal to R square. Because Cp is less than R, Cq will be more than R. So, there what we have to do? We have to draw a perpendicular line. Cp into Cq is equal to R square. There we have to draw a perpendicular line. So, this is polar of P. Cp into Cq is equal to R square. But this is true for any point, not only point inside, it is true for outside point also. So suppose this is the circle. P is here, outside. C is here. C is here. For an outside point, what is the polar? Chord of contact. Actually, draw two tangents. Join the points of contact A and B. That is the chord of contact as well as polar of P. It is chord of contact of P as well as polar of P. So if you join CP, this angle will be 90 degrees only. And this point is Q. This construction here, what I have mentioned is, I have to join CP and produce in only one direction, is it not? I have joined CP and produced in only one direction. But now because P is outside the circle, CP is greater than R. Therefore, CP into CQ on this ray CP, we have to locate a point Q such that Cp into Cq is equal to R square. But already Cp is more than R because point P is outside. Cq will be less than R. So Q will be somewhere here only inside the circle because Cq is less than R. On the ray Cp, Q will be located inside the circle only. There what I have to do? Draw a perpendicular line. Like this. So the chord of contact and the line Cp, if they intersect at Q, then Cp into Cq will be R square and the angle here will be 90 degrees only. So therefore, this construction what I have mentioned here, polar of point P, is true in this case also. Even for points outside the circle also. It is true for the point on the circle also. C is here, P is here, P is on the circle. What I have to do as per this construction? C, P I have to join and produce the ray. Only one side I have to produce. On this ray I have to take a point Q such that Cp into Cq is equal to R square. But because here P is on the circle, Cp is already R. Therefore, Cq also must be R. Therefore, the point Q we have to choose P only. P and Q will coincide. At Q I have to draw a perpendicular line, is it not, as per this construction? So at Q you draw a perpendicular line. It is nothing but tangent and it is polar of P also. So the condition Cp into Cq is equal to R square and the polar of P is perpendicular to the ray Cp. All these are correct in all the cases, whether the point is inside the circle or outside the circle or on the circle. Okay. Okay. Okay, students, I think this is time. So only 2 minutes left out. We cannot do anything now. So I will close it here. Tomorrow we will meet again at 7:30. Please come prepared to the class. Please come prepared to the class. And another request is, please buy Telugu Academy textbooks and do the problems from the exercises. 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, up to I think 1E in circles. Then system of circles also there, another chapter. So 5 exercises are there. You have to do the problems from these exercises first. Then only you go for the other problems in other materials. Okay, objective type questions. First you complete the intermediate textbook. Okay, we'll meet again tomorrow. Varshit? Varshit? So okay, I'll talk to you separately on phone. Okay.